So this is the program for our drawing cards game. The first line tells us how many number of games we want to play, and it's going to ask the user, and we labeled that Z. So they can input a number, and that's how many games that will be calculated. Line 2, we created a sequence that goes from 1 until the number of games we want, which is why you see a Z. We store that into our list 1. Line 3, we're going to create a random integer or pull a card from a deck, any number between 1 and 52, for however many games we want, and we store that into L2. Similarly, we do the same thing for our list 3, and we pull another card with replacement. So then we come down to the next two lines, which read F part, and then there's some math in there. So what these are doing is they're taking the random integers we just pulled in our first two lists and making sure that they're being converted into numbers between 1 through 13, because there's not a card with a 15 value in a deck of cards. So what that does is make sure that, we can understand that, the cards match in a number 1 through 13. So this next line, we divide our new list 2 by our new list 3. And whenever that equals 1, it's stored into list 4. And it's going to continue to count the probability. Next, we care about how many 1s we have in our list 4. And so the next line that says cumulative sum of L4 is going to count how many 1s we have and put it in list 5. But then we'd end up with some ridiculously large number, which wouldn't actually give us the probability. So then the line that says L5 divided by L1, which is stored into L6, means that we're going to take the how many times we got a 1 and divide it by how many times we should have gotten a 1 if we got 1s all the time. So the next 4 lines that just have X max, X min, Y min, and Y max are just the bounds on the graph so that, when we graph what comes out, it's going to look nice and we're going to be able to see it in an easy pattern. Now let's run the program and see what comes out. Let's put in 50 games. Looks like we did alright.